Welcome to the CSM Sprint Update for November 25th, 2020. So my name is Zoussi, and I will be presenting my progress for the past 2 weeks. So I will start with the Nkwashi marketing content updates. So the biggest highlight would have been that we sent out Nkwashi's Digest First Edition by email. We sent it to both clients and prospective clients and included a feature highlight, which is this year we just started, a house construction progress, a lifestyle update, which was about the Bupilo Marathon, as well as an update on the Artist in Residence program, which you can check out on our app. So the challenges of this sprint in terms of content would have been to send out this first newsletter by SMS. It's currently a work in progress that we are basically trying to get a web link to spread this newsletter in a better and more effective way. The output of this sprint would have been the regular Instagram and Facebook content covering life at Nkwashi, especially building a bridge with the AIR program. And another output would have been the Bupilo Marathon, which started 3 days ago. So far, 4 people have run the marathon, and more content is coming soon on the app and on social media. So now, looking at the objectives for the next sprint, it will be to test out which day works better for the newsletter. We are thinking Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday. So we'll be doing some A/B testing here. Another objective would be to start posting on Twitter. Also to post more about the marathon, how it's going, because it's actually not done yet. And another project would be to start a Meet the Artist series. That will be a crossover between Nkwashi Marketing and the AIR program. So now talking about the AIR program, the highlights of this sprint would have been that artists have started creating pieces. So you can see kind of like the behind the scenes here of an artist doing the first sculpture at Nkwashi. So it's slowly but surely coming together. Another highlight would be a successful virtual event with Grace Ramsey, a Zambian actress. We had over 503 views on the Facebook event. In terms of the challenges, the main challenge has been payment delays. We actually had a payment reversed today. So this is obviously impacting the AIR program, as it may prevent us from moving more artists as fast as we were supposed to. So this is still a work in progress, but that has been the main challenge. So now looking at the output of the sprint, it will be our usual Instagram and Facebook content on both platforms. Sorry, the event at Nkwashi that happened with Grace Ramsey, as well as the weekly GJ nights. Looking at the objective for next sprint, it will be to get more artists to move in, as we aim at having the wire transfer redone as soon as possible, to finish the art pieces in time for the reward program winners for both October and November, as well as to get the signal boosters from South Africa to Nkwashi. And of course, to get the equipment to Nkwashi, which are currently being cleared at the airports. So that was my update. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zoussi. I will be giving my update now. Share my screen. So hello, everyone. I will be giving you my sprint update. So I'll begin with the voice of the client. So this past sprint, we had shared a construction update article with Nkwashi clients and prospective clients as well. So this was some of the feedback that we had gotten back concerning this particular prospective update. So the first comment that we had was lovely works, Team Nkwashi and partners. Brilliant work, brilliant to see that all that is going on the ground. Great work. I need to start mine next year as well. Nkwashi is coming alive with constructions, and this is so encouraging. I need funds to start building at my plot as well, but funds at the moment are hard to come by. I recently signed a contract of sale, and I'm very serious to start construction. Kindly advise how I can proceed. So those are basically the voices coming from the clients, and we did share these in an update with the Nkwashi team as well. And then coming on the customer support and operations, our highlights for this sprint was basically acquiring information from the Nkwashi team concerning the construction process and also financial assistance as well. And then the challenges was one of the key Nkwashi managers that we work with was on medical leave. And then gathering of plot information that we're supposed to update on the Nkwashi app. Unfortunately, this we have to wait for the credit department to consolidate all this information and make sure that it's updated and accurate. So we're informed that this will take about close to 2 weeks. So we're hoping to require all this information by early December. And then our objectives for next sprint will be obviously to conduct contractor interviews with the new contractors who are working at Inkwashi, and to also conduct a client interview who is currently building their house at Inkwashi. So that kind of information will be very good to share with clients, and also just to kind of also give us information how we can move forward in assisting the contractors and the clients on how they can make the process easier for both of them. Um, so to explain a bit more on the acquiring of information from Inquisition and construction process is basically us collecting financial assistance information from Inkwashi, because not like you saw from the previous voice of a client, some people said they do not have the funds right now to start construction. So basically, once we get this information out to the Inkwashi customer or the client to say, okay, we can actually offer you financial assistance. Here's this information. At least they can be a way forward for people to actually begin construction rather than them feeling stuck and having no hope on beginning their home construction despite them passing the threshold to begin construction. So that would be that. I'm really, really looking forward to that, to kind of sharing that information with the Inkwashi client. So I will pass this on to Penny, who will continue the update.
Hello, everyone. So I will continue with our CSM update. And as Double GDP continues to build an end to end platform for cities to connect with its residents, accelerate growth, and deliver responsive public services, we are on a mission every sprint. Now, on my update, here we go. I will share my screen. Um, I'll speak a little bit about content for sales and marketing. The past sprint, we sent out a few campaigns via SMS and email, one of which was a construction update at Nkwashi. Now, this construction update was posted regarding the 3 houses that have been built by Nkwashi and its partners, and it got real great response from clients. The second one was our weekly newsletter, and Zoussi already gave more information around that. For our upcoming sprint, some of the content that we have planned to send out is around the residency program. What we need to do, next steps around that, is to work with Nkwashi to upload short format videos on the program. This will help sort of clarify, articulate the program, get it straight to the point, and have people understand it better. The second item that we have for marketing this coming sprint is the surveys. Now, these surveys will be sent to 2 audiences. The first audience is clients that are currently constructing, and the second audience is clients that have finished part payments. What we're trying to achieve by sending out these surveys is to get information from clients around what blockers they have with construction right now. Some of them have finished paying but haven't started construction. Now, we've obviously moved to a new metric from weekly active users to residents. So as we continue to shift that, we also want people to be residents at Nkwashi. So ideally finding out what blockers do you have right now around moving in, how far are you with construction, what is stopping you from proceeding and progressing, what do you plan on doing when you're done with constructing? And those are some of the questions that we have in the surveys. The third content piece that we have for this upcoming sprint is the client and contractor interviews. Now, Kwashi, who's our client, has some more contractors that they have on board, and we'll be giving you more information as time goes around that. So we'd like to interview one of the contractors that has come on board to just give us a bit of intel around their work and what are the requirements for clients to start constructing with them. Some of the highlights of this sprint for me personally was working on the surveys. I think I was pretty excited about putting those out, working on them with the team, and ensuring that the questions that are there will suffice to get all the information that we need. The second highlight for me was the rewards program progress, in as much as we had 3 winners from, or rather 6 winners, because we had 2 weeks from the sprint. Next sprint, we are actually going to be selecting 1 winner for the month of November, one who has accumulated enough points to be the winner for the month of November. My challenge for this sprint is one, and that was not getting enough information required to kickstart the survey. What I need personally is to have the information of the people that, the 2 audiences that I mentioned, those that are constructing and those that have actually finished paying rather. Some of the outputs of this sprint, and my colleagues have already mentioned, is the re-engagement with Nkwashi on construction processes. And that's basically allowing clients to understand what goes into construction. So we met with Tamara and she gave us a step-by-step explanation of what goes into that. Another output was that got construction updates on the homes that I mentioned earlier, the 3 homes that Nkwashi is working with or is building with their partners. And the third thing is that we launched our first weekly newsletter, which is called the Nkwashi Digest, and that's pretty exciting. And finally, we also launched the feature highlight. Now, this highlight is basically around informing clients on what the application can do for them and how they can leverage that. Some goals for this sprint: begin to implement ideas on facilitating our new metric, which is residents. Continue to provide support to Nkwashi over their new leasing product. Continue to build engagement with clients through different sales and marketing strategies. Provide updated and accurate plot information on their Nkwashi app accounts rather. And finally, get some information across to clients on construction. Some of the things we've learned this sprint: construction and financial assistance. There's a process that clearly needs to be articulated to clients, but also can be done through video, because I think that's a way that clients understand they relate to videos a bit more than they would to text. And the second thing that we learned is content. So when we sent out the newsletter for last week, we found that our construction update or construction progress got a lot more click-throughs. And that is my update for this sprint. Please join us again in 2 weeks. We'll be sharing some more updates on the progress that we're making as CSMs. All right, until next time, goodbye.